Hey, so I'm a minute late getting on here for our sweet tea time. So my evening hasn't gone quite as planned. I'm gonna make this last as long as I can. I got the bitty baby in the tub, and so he's playing right here next to me. So I'm gonna hopefully make this last as long as possible. But it seems when I go live, my kids go crazy. Anyway, so welcome. When you log in and join, if you could just send me a comment so I know you're here. Sometimes my phone is cooperating and sometimes it doesn't. All right. So, yes, it's sweet tea time, and these are our times where I answer your questions and tackle the tough topics. Hello, Miss Christy. Hello, Miss Jennifer. I'm glad both of you are here. And I hope more people will join, because tonight is one of the tough topics. So this is excuses, part 2. So this afternoon, yesterday we talked a little bit about our excuses, and today and this afternoon I spent some time thinking about this topic and doing a little studying. Went back through some of my old blogs that I've written, so that tonight we could kind of tackle this. And I'm glad you guys are here. Like I said, I hope more people log in. If you are able to, on your computer or phone, if you can share this and try to get more people logged on that maybe would find this helpful in their journey. So this afternoon, as I was studying and all, Christy knows this. We have an instructor group, and I asked them to tell me their best and most outrageous, crazy excuses they've ever heard. And so I got their feedback, and I compiled a list of excuses that I have heard, that they have heard, and other trainers and coaches have heard. And some of them are legit, and some of them are crazy. So let's start here. So what is an excuse? And you guys comment. Tell me what you think an excuse is. So I'm looking at my notes. And if you just logged on, just give me a comment so I know you're here. Sometimes my little number changes at the top. But I like to have you guys talk to me. Ask me questions while we're here. This is a great way for us to connect outside of class. So an excuse is defined as an attempt to lessen the blame on oneself for not doing something or for doing something wrong. So as a mom, and I know a lot of you are moms, you know kids, they love their excuses, especially mine. And we like to release ourselves from blame. And I think it's funny we're talking about this because I've had to cancel my 6 a.m. water aerobics class. And the excuse is weather, which I think is a pretty good excuse. But still, it's nice to sleep. But anyway, an excuse is also defined as a reason or explanation put forward to defend or justify an action or a lack of action or fault or offense. So I thought that those definitions were pretty spot on for excuses. What do y'all think? And again, if you're just joining in, send us a comment, answer. That's what this live thing's about, us to talk back and forth. It's not just about me. So, like I was saying, I have heard it all. My instructors have heard it all. Other instructors have heard it all. Other coaches have heard it all. April works at the university. She has heard it all. Heard it all. So, this blog will be posted in the comments once this is done so you can read it. So I have a list of 60 excuses. 60. So if you're running low on excuses, here's a great place to start, right? And I am just going to touch on some of them, and you guys can read the rest. Let me go back here for just a second. Okay, so this is my favorite. Well, not my favorite, but this is a good one. My phone died, and I slept through my alarm. Now, believe it or not, I have not only heard this for morning classes, but also for evening classes. which is funny to me. So anyway, let's see. I tried out a new facial from Groupon, and it went terribly wrong. That's why I couldn't work out. Let's see. You cooked dinner, and you burned your super healthy dinner, and now you are waiting for the fire trucks to arrive. That's why you couldn't make it to class or work out. Let's see. My dog spilled my green smoothie all over my white couch, and I have to clean it up. That's a pretty good excuse. Let's see. Here's some of my favorites. And if you're just joining us, send me a comment so I know you're here. Here's my favorites. It's raining. That's my favorite. Now, we do use precipitation and thunderstorms for canceling water aerobics, but that's for safety reasons. But here are my favorites. I can't come because it's raining. I didn't come because it's beautiful outside. I can't come because it's too hot. I can't come because it's too cold. Okay, so when can you come? Like, okay. I think it's funny. Let's see. This one is great. Again, if you're just joining us, send us a comment, send us a funny excuse. This is fun, okay? This is great. I saw an ant in my house, and I can't leave because I have to wait to see if more ants show up. When there's one, there's usually a bunch lurking somewhere. I like that one. I'm going to use that one the next time. Again, if you're just joining us, we are going through a list of great excuses for not working out, not going to the gym, not going to class, whatever. So yeah, if you have ants, you cannot work out. Let's see. Oh, this one gets me. This is number 29 on my list. It should be number 1. And this is not mine, but this is an actual text message that a fellow personal trainer received. I recently died. Okay. What? Like, seriously? Okay, no, that's great. You know, your personal trainer texts you and says, you know, hey, you coming to work out? I recently died. Okay. Let's see. My significant other is in town and they get jealous of you. Meaning your instructor or your personal trainer. I cut my finger and I don't want it to get infected. Okay. Let's see. This is my favorite, and you girls that know me well will know. Especially if Amy was here, she would know, and I know Jessica knows. Jennifer says she thought she had excuses, but this is hilarious. Okay, so if I sweat, my fake eyelashes might fall off. If you sweat and your fake eyelashes fall off, we need to talk, because my fake eyelashes, they don't fall off. Okay, because I know how to put them on. Let's see. Okay, here's some for real ones. It's too hard. I can't keep up. You don't break down your Zumba choreo. I can't move like you. I don't have rhythm. I don't know how to dance, etc. I've heard all of those, and those are for real, you know. And we're going to talk about this more. Here's one that gets me for both, especially going to the gym or going to a class. And I've heard these. I'm too big. I'm too out of shape. Okay, that's why the gym is there. It's for us to get better. It's for us to get started. That's craziness. I will start tomorrow. I will start next week. I will start next time. I will start next month. I'll come when things slow down. When the kids are back in school. When the kids get done with baseball. When the kids get done with soccer. When the kids are out of school. I'll come next year. I'll come next decade. Maybe next century. I was on my way, but I had to get my oil changed. Okay. I'm feeling vaguely ill. Vaguely. You like that? I don't have a clean sports bra. It's that time and I have cramps. Okay, here's my favorite. Well, they're all my favorite. There's a substitute. I'm not coming to class. As an instructor, you all know how that goes. Whether you're the person getting the substitute or you are the substitute. Okay, here we go. Beyonce said I'm a grown woman and I can do whatever I want. Which is true. And number 60, I don't want to and I'm lazy. So, number 60 is probably the most honest excuse that I have here. Are you having fun? Y'all hear that? He's a mess. All right, if you're just joining us or you haven't commented, shoot me a comment so I know you're here. I like to know who's here with me talking excuses. All right, so let me hear your best excuses. Come on, y'all. Live is for us to talk. Come on. I got Jennifer and Christy talking, but nobody else is talking. All right. So, Jessica says number 60 is me. I'm lazy and I don't want to. Well, at least you're honest. So, and this is one thing I want to say. As an instructor, as a personal trainer, as someone who is basically working for myself and holding classes, etc., I have heard a lot of these excuses, and a lot of them I didn't read that I've heard. And the thing of it is what we value, what instructors and personal trainers and coaches, what we value most is honesty. We don't want to hear your excuses. If you don't want to come, I would rather hear that from you than 100 different excuses. Hey, Michelle. Michelle's here too. And Michelle, you are not only Facebook Live famous, but you are now Melissa's blog famous, because I used your little quote that you have so many excuses that your excuses have excuses. So I really like that. I thought that was cute. But anyway, so let's kind of get into the thick of it. And I want you guys to talk. I want you to talk. I want you to ask questions. I want you to tell me your thoughts. I want to know what you're thinking. Yes, woohoo! So here's my favorite quote when it comes to excuses and working out. If it is important to you, you will find a way. And if not, you will find an excuse. And that is so true. And this is so true across the board. This isn't just fitness. And I'm having stuff thrown at me. This isn't just fitness. This is across the board. I've heard, I have no money, blah, blah, blah. But those same people, they can find money to do what they want to do. You know, you see it, I have no money for whatever, this, that, or the other, but then that person is going and getting a tattoo or buying a game or whatever. So we make time for the things that we want to make time for. We have money for the things we want to have money for. And we find ways to do what we want to do and excuses for what we don't want to do. This is another quote that I actually use. Oh, good grief. This is actually another quote I used in another blog. And I encourage you guys, if you are new followers to me, go back and read some of my old blogs, because even I found some gems in there. But it says you must make the choice to take the chance if you want to change. And so the moral of that story is you're the only one that can change. You are in control. And so you have to make that choice. Jennifer says she has no rhythm, but she still has fun. And that's the whole thing about Zumba or any of our group fitness, like dance fitness classes. It doesn't matter. Just come and have fun. Because, I'm sorry, you burn probably as much or more calories jumping around having fun than following the choreo exactly. Okay? Let's see. Oh, I'm going to read this real quick from my blog. The list of excuses can go on and on. My instructors and I even thought of more excuses that we have made or heard after I compiled this list of 60 things. Here's my favorite excuse that came in after my list was compiled. I couldn't find a parking spot. So this is the whole thing. So you took the time to get in your car and drive, you can't find a parking spot, so you turn around and go home. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to be finding a parking spot if I took the time to drive somewhere. And you guys know, like me, I live in the boonies. And so if I'm going somewhere, I'm going to find a place to park. So I thought that was funny. Here is another quote that I really liked. It's actually a question. And it's, are your excuses greater than your dreams? This goes back to what we talked about last night. What, you would seriously do that? Michelle, come on now. Jessica says she's with Jennifer. She's super white with no rhythm, but you have a blast at Zumba. And that's the thing. It's all about having a good time. It is not about perfection. It's about having fun. But let's say, what is your why? Why are you doing this in the first place? What's your goal? What's your dream? And are your excuses getting you closer to those goals and dreams or further apart? My son has me playing fetch with bath toys. So that's what we have to do. If your excuses are taking you further away from what you want, you need to be taking a serious look at your excuses. So one of the things that I always say is how much I love you guys, because I do. And not only do I want to see myself succeed, but I want to see you guys succeed. And I know from personal experience that making excuses is no way to succeed, whatever the goal is. It's no way to succeed. Now, and I say this in my blog, and I'm going to say it here too. I am not a cold person. I come across that way sometimes. I'm not heartless. I'm not uncompassionate. I have been known to be accused of having, the resting bee face, which I know I have. But here's the thing. I know, hey, bud, yeah, you're not going to let this last much longer. I know people get sick. And I know things come up. I know family gets sick. I know all of that. And there are legitimate excuses. However, there's always a way. There's always a way. There's always a way to get it done. Get something done. And, as an instructor, as a trainer, I'm not saying you got to come to my classes. I'm not saying you got to hire me as your trainer. All I'm saying is if your goal is to work out and to get better and get healthier, then go do it. Do it at home. Do it with a DVD. Do it with Beachbody on demand. Do it at the gym. Go to somebody else's class. Do it. Don't make excuses. Just do it. And if you don't want to come to my class, then say, I don't want to come to your class. I'm going to go to so-and-so's class. Or I don't want to do group fitness classes. I'm going to go to the gym. But don't make excuses and not work out, because if there's a will, there is a way. I promise. Okay, I'm going to take just a second. Okay, so Michelle says this weekend she and her family went to dinner. On the way home, the only thing that kept her from stopping at Cupcake, which I love me a cupcake, was getting a parking space. True story. Well, that's a good parking space story. So again, please don't think that if we're friends, if we're family, if you are just my Facebook follower or you follow my blog, that I think you need to come to my classes. That's not the case. I want to see you succeed no matter where you are and no matter what you do, because I care about you. So I don't care how you decide to get there. I don't care the journey you decide to take. I just want you to take the steps to get there. And I'm going to be real honest. This is going to come across ugly, but don't complain to me about things if you're not willing to make changes. Like, come on. All right. Christy says, so true. Hold on one second. I got craziness happening. So true. I'm one who always gives excuses for not working out in the morning, and I need to suck it up and just do it. Yep. Okay, I'm going to see how long Mr. is going to let this go on. So the next thing that I do in my blog, which you guys will get to read, and this is a long blog, but I hope you will read it. Basically, the whole point of this is to let you know that your excuse, whatever it is invalid. It is invalid, okay? And I want to share with you one thing that is so cool. Now, you guys know that I do a whole lot more than Zumba. I do water aerobics, I lift weights, I run, I bike, I do a lot of stuff. Okay, you cannot jump out of the tub. No. I do a lot of things, but Zumba was kind of my first love, okay? Zumba saved me. And so I'm going to tell you a little Zumba story about how your excuse is invalid. And you're going to see some pictures when you read my blog. So there is a, he's pulling my hair now. There is a fellow Zumba instructor. His name is Angel. And he was shot multiple times in Orlando at the Pulse nightclub shooting. Y'all remember that? Okay, but he survived. And after that happened, some of the, I guess you'd say, quote-unquote bigwigs went to see him in the hospital and support him. And he told them, I'm going to be at convention, and I'm going to dance at convention. And they were like, honey, you are in the bed. So at convention, we always have an opening ceremony. And sure enough, Angel was on stage. Now, he was in a chair, but he danced in his chair. And I wasn't able to be there, but I watched the video and I cried because he made every excuse invalid. This is a man that was targeted and shot multiple times and survived, but he made a promise to himself and to his fellow Zumba instructors that he would be at convention and he would dance, and he was. And in fact, I went on the Zumba cruise, and he was on the Zumba cruise still in a wheelchair for the most part, but he was there doing his thing. So that says to me, your excuse is invalid. Where there's a will, there is a way. And I've got some other pictures on my blog of different things to show you how your excuse is invalid. So the next thing that I do on the blog is I take each of those excuses, whether they're crazy or legit, and I kind of say, oh, so this is your excuse? Well, here's the answer, okay? And that's what I do. Okay, so here's the deal, people. I don't think this is going to last much longer with Kiddo here. This is why so many times I do my Facebook Live later. Hey, 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 can you say hey? Hey, hey, hey. It's because of the kiddos. So I'm going to wrap this up. Now, I know that there's some questions that were posed that I didn't answer yet, but I'm going to answer them. So don't fret. But I'm going to post the link to this blog. I want you guys to read it. Tomorrow, we are going to pick up with, listen, real quick, working out, eating right, schedule in my life. All right? So this is hopefully going to answer some of your questions. I'm going to close it out. Leave comments, questions, opinions, any of that. I'm going to take care of Monkey Butt. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Also, let me know what time is best for you for Facebook Live.